Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple, the Golden Bachelorette duo, appear to be pursuing full-time influencer lifestyles, which leads me to believe they are focusing on the wrong things. Joan was named as the Season 1 protagonist on the Golden Bachelorette in May 2024. The season was taped in July 2024 and broadcast on ABC from September to November 2024. Chock was Joan's favorite option throughout the season because of their apparent connection and shared interests. Chock defeated 23 other golden men to win Joan's heart, and the two got engaged during the final rose ceremony. Once the finale aired, Joan and Chock could be seen as an official couple. Since then, they've done television and podcast interview tours, as well as attended Bachelor Nation events. However, I believe Joan and Chock's major concern is how they will be able to be together in a viable and logistical manner considering their long-distance relationship. Chock lives in Kansas, while Joan lives in Maryland. They've been commuting between the two locations and attempting to nest in NYC while simultaneously vacationing, and I think it's a disaster. Now I perceive a greater concern that threatens their union. Joan and Chock have been quite active on social media, particularly Instagram, since their public debut during Season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette. Joan and Chock were both unknown prior to the event, but I see them embracing and appreciating the spotlight and attempting to capitalize on it. Joan has become a brand ambassador and marketer for a variety of companies. She enjoys conducting paid endorsements for skincare lines, vitamin brands, and clothing companies. Furthermore, Joan is a lifestyle influencer. Her primary focus appears to be on the fashion and recipe areas. Joan posts lifestyle or promotional content on Instagram stories every day, and she also creates page posts to earn money or grow her following. For his part, I've seen Chock emerge as a Kansas figure, particularly in his hometown of Wichita. He recently advertised a local barbershop and clothing store, and I am sure he is a celebrity around town. Joan and Chock appear to enjoy their status as influencers. The couple do not appear to have returned to their previous jobs, instead becoming full-time influencers and reality TV personalities. Their priority appeared to be content development and keeping golden followers up to date with their life, and I believe their emphasis is misplaced, and they aren't giving themselves enough time to admit their mistakes. I believe Joan and Chock's main issue is their long-distance relationship. Their lifestyle has appeared chaotic to me, as they have been continuously traveling to visit each other, which is not sustainable. Aside from the distance, Joan and Chock are having difficulty uniting their families. Joan is the matriarch of her family, while Chock is a central figure in his. While they have met each other's families, bringing them together has proven tough, and the couple has stated that the battle is real in that sense. Joan and Chock's careers appear to be on hiatus while they attempt to ride the golden fame wave. Joan and Chock, I believe, are using their time and popularity on the Golden Bachelorette to advance their influencer careers and become reality TV celebrities. I believe it is an incorrect allocation of energy, as the couple still faces numerous challenges to long-term pleasure. Their priority should be one another and how to make their lifestyles work best, rather than spending all of their time and energy on social media. Joan and Chock met on the Golden Bachelorette, but I believe the inflated features of popularity and influencer status may jeopardize their long-term relationship. I don't want Joan and Chock to lose sight of their relationship's base, which I see being blurred by their new influencer stations. When Joan Vassos was announced as the very first Golden Bachelorette in May 2024, the excitement among Bachelor Nation was palpable. Joan, with her sophisticated charm, warmth, and maternal aura, seemed the perfect person to anchor this historic spin-off. The idea was to showcase that love has no age limit, that the magic of connection is timeless. Filming began that July in the lavish, sun-drenched settings familiar to fans of the franchise. Enter Chock Chapple. From the very beginning of the season, Chock had a magnetic pull on Joan. His earnestness, coupled with his rugged Kansas charm, made him an early standout among the 24 golden men vying for Joan's heart. Their chemistry was undeniable. In those fleeting, rose-scented moments, poolside chats, romantic helicopter rides, cozy fireside talks, Joan and Chock found a genuine connection that set them apart from the theatrics of the cameras. Week by week, Chock rose to the top. When the final rose ceremony aired in November 2024, millions watched as Joan tearfully accepted Chock's proposal, their silver years shimmering brighter than any glittering engagement ring. They kissed to the applause of a studio audience and the adoration of a nation craving a storybook ending. Following the finale, Joan and Chock basked in the afterglow of their televised romance. They appeared hand in hand on morning shows, late-night talk shows, and podcast interviews, recounting their whirlwind love story. Their authenticity endeared them even more to the public. Viewers felt they were witnessing something rare and precious, two people who had lived full lives independently, finding profound connection at a stage when many fear it's too late. But as the confetti settled, real-world complications began to seep into their golden dream. Joan remained firmly rooted in Maryland, where her children and grandchildren lived. Her late husband, whom she often spoke of fondly, had built a life there with her. Joan's home was more than a structure, it was the repository of her memories, her comfort zone. Chock, meanwhile, was a beloved figure in Wichita, Kansas. A retired contractor and former local football coach, he held deep ties to his community. His adult children and lifelong friends saw him as a pillar, someone whose absence would leave a visible void. The early days of their engagement were filled with optimism. They would fly to each other's hometowns, splitting weeks between Maryland and Kansas, all while trying to establish a neutral nest in New York City, where they believed their combined love for culture, food, and proximity to both homes would serve as common ground. However, the logistics of their bicoastal fairy tale quickly proved grueling. Simultaneously, an unexpected opportunity presented itself: fame. The attention they had garnered from the Golden Bachelorette did not fade after the finale. Instead, it intensified. Invitations rolled in for endorsements, partnerships, public appearances, and collaborations with brands eager to capitalize on their authentic, older demographic appeal. Joan, with her impeccable taste in glowing, age-defying beauty, was quickly courted by skincare lines, clothing companies, vitamin brands, and lifestyle agencies. She took to Instagram naturally, showcasing a day in the life, featuring product placements, recipe videos, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into her life. Chock also found his niche, albeit on a more local scale. In Wichita, he became something of a hometown celebrity, endorsing local businesses, a favorite barbershop, a bespoke clothing store, and being invited to ribbon-cutting ceremonies and charity golf tournaments. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.